All right, hi everyone. Today we're going to talk about one more way that we can be persuasive in our writing. And one of those ways is to look at different definitions and how situation affects how we define something that we're talking about. So in your journal, I want you guys to define courage. I know that's a really simple thing, but I want you to think about, what does courage mean? What does it take to be courageous? Who are some people who are courageous? When is a time maybe that you've had to be courageous? But go ahead and pause the video and write for 3 minutes. Go. All right, you should be back. So now that we've done that, now that you guys have a definition of what courage is, we're going to look at 4 different examples of situations of people who may or may not be persuasive, and you guys are going to consider that and write in your journal. So the first situation, do you agree? A neighbor rushes into a burning house to rescue a child from certain death and emerges, coughing and choking with the child in his arms. Is the neighbor courageous? Yes or no, explain. Take another 2 minutes, and in your journal, go ahead and pause the video. I want you guys to answer this question and explain. All right, you should be back now. Let's look at this situation. A firefighter rushes into a burning house to rescue a child from certain death and emerges with the child in her arms. The firefighter is wearing protective clothing and a gas mask. When a newspaper reporter calls her courageous, she says, "Hey, this is my job." Is the firefighter courageous? Yes or no? Take another 2 minutes and write a quick reflection. Go. All right, so here's another one. Do you agree? A teenager rushes into a burning house to recover a special gift given to him by his girlfriend, the first love of his life. Is the teenager courageous? Take 2 minutes, pause the video, and explain. All right, last situation, and this one's kind of touchy here, but a parent rushes into a burning house to save a trapped child. The fire marshal tells the parent to wait because there is no chance that the child can be reached from the first floor. The fire marshal wants to try cutting a hole in the roof to reach the child. The parent rushes into the house anyway and is burned to death. Is the parent courageous? Yes or no? Explain. 2 minutes. Go ahead and write. All right, now before you guys get too excited about this, I want you to take 2 more minutes and write one quick reflection. After considering the examples, how would you define courage? All right, so finally, what I want you guys to do, now that we have all of this information about courage, is I want you guys to take about 5 minutes and turn and talk to someone near you about who you think is courageous in those examples, how you define courage, and what it looks like. And really the purpose of this is just so you guys can get a feel for knowing that you have to have the right words and the right terms in your arguments to make sure that everything says what you want it to say, and all the words have the right effect. So consider that as we get ready to write some editorials a little bit later this week.